No intro today. Black men in trouble.
I wanted to talk, Marlon, a bit about, just so proud of how you are being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that one.
A child that's transgender. What are we doing? What are we doing? I wonder why the left lost. I also wonder.
Warms my heart, particularly as a Black man.
No!
Would
No!
you care to share that journey of...
What? Wait.
I wanted to talk, Marlon, a bit about, just so proud of how you are being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man.
Oh my God!
Would you
Bro!
care to share that journey of...
Oh Lord! Whoa! Wait a second, that's crazy. Hold on. Big Mike! Big Mike! I am shocked. I don't... No, please. Wait, I have to have misheard that. Wait.
Absolutely.
This was... You don't understand. This was the meme. They were memeing about this the entire time. No!
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man.
Oh!
Would you care?
Like, I'm trying to think, maybe she was referring to him? Maybe she was referring to that other guy, saying that warms my heart as a Black man? But it doesn't even make sense. I'm trying here. Oh, God.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man.
That's the craziest clip I've ever seen. Apparently this is also insane. A lot of people have been asking me to look into this.
Couldn't be. We couldn't walk around saying that.
This is arguing about deportations. This is Barack Obama's husband talking about deportation.
Valedictorian, straight A student, speaks excellent, has excellent diction if you give them a chance.
Mm-hmm.
We knew very early on that no one was going to see beyond the color of our skin at an early age. And that could get you in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, when you talk about that fear,
right,
I'm sure that fear has been tested across your life. In so many different places. And I wonder, what would you say has been the most hardest recent test of that fear? Because it's not one of those fears that you kind of get over and it just goes away. It kind of shows its head in many different ways, I imagine.
Well, in this current climate for me, it's, what's happening to immigrants. So it's not the fear for myself anymore. I drive around.
Oh my God, I love the immigrant virtue signal. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, what do we even do, man? What do we even do?
In a 4-car motorcade with a police escort. I'm Michelle Obama. I do still worry about my daughters in the world, even though they are somewhat recognizable. So my fears are for what I know is happening out there in streets all over the city. And now that we have leadership that is sort of indiscriminately determining who belongs and who...
They're illegal in the country. They went past judges, the deportation judges. The ones that these people are actually fighting about are literally deportation judged already. Multiple times. Oh my God. What is even happening? Like this MS-13 gang member guy that was deported, unironically, was already confirmed by multiple immigration judges that they are illegal in the country and they needed to get rid of them. Like, these people, they just hate Trump so much, they're blinded by basic reality.
Who doesn't? And we know that those decisions aren't being made with courts and with due process and,
oh my God,
that it's being made like this cop that pulled my brother over when he was 12. You don't look like somebody that belongs. I can determine just by looking at you that...
Oh, there was a racist guy once. Trump's administration is cooked.
You're a good person or you're not a good person. And knowing that there's so much bias and so much racism and so much ignorance that fuels those kind of choices, I worry for people of color all over this country. And I don't know that we will have...
God, his empathy is incredible. His empathy is insane. Look at all of the empathy that this man is exhibiting right here. Oh my God. What are we even talking about? I feel so much for everyone in the country. The country, bro. It's crazy. I have just so much feels and feelings in my mind.
Have the advocates to protect everybody. And that frightens me. It keeps me up at night. And I know that
he's not keeping you up at night, lady, or guy, whatever. I don't know, man. Whatever's going on.
I see that when I'm driving around LA. I'm just looking in the faces of folks who could be victim. And I'm wondering, how are you feeling? How do you feel standing on the bus stop? How do you feel comfortable going to work, going to school?
This is like so wild. It is so wild to see this, man. I'm like actually and actively shocked whenever I hear people arguing about this kind of thing. Like, it is mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. This is so obviously a virtue signal grift. This individual does not fucking care at all. Literally. Big Mike doesn't give a flying fuck about any of this shit. This is one of the most privileged people of all time. These are people that are getting deported because they're illegally in the country. Unironically, illegally in the country. And this is like insane levels of out of touch. I absolutely and positively hate, I detest with a passion. And I have no enemies, but I hate with a passion people that sit there and have so much empathy for the criminals and zero empathy for the victims. In my opinion, that is such a telling sign of like selective rage bait. This is someone so out of touch they don't care. I would love to see the clip of Big Mike Obunga over here coming out and talking about how Big Mike Obunga coming out and saying how much empathy there is for the victims of illegal immigrants committing crimes, or trendy Aragua members sex trafficking people, or MS-13 members beheading people, or just the infinite other examples that she could possibly pull out. Like, this is insanity, bro. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to see, like, this fake caring.
When you know that there could be people out here judging you and who could
You mean like judges?
End your life in a second.
Bro, the fear-mongering is insane. Listen, if you're a trendy Aragua member and you got deported, listen, I have advice for you. Just don't be a terrorist next time, okay? That's a skill issue. I don't know. There's a lot of Maryland men out there.
That's who I worry for, right?
Yeah, so Big Mike over here making believe that it's absolutely terrified over the fact that there are deportations going on. All right, the terror of it all. Michelle Obama says President Trump's deportation keep her up at night, probably with morning wood. Does she know Barack Obama, her husband, deported 5.3 million people? President Trump deported a bit over 100,000 so far. In the actual deportation situations so far, it is not even close. It's not even remotely close what the numbers are. It's absolutely insane. This is why it's such a scam. Bill Clinton, 12.3 million deportations, 0 injunctions. Barack Obama, 5.3 million deportations, 0 injunctions. Donald Trump, 100,000 deportations, 30 injunctions. We have 12 million illegal aliens in the U.S. If we issued orders of deportations for 5 million and gave each migrant a court hearing plus appeals, we would tie up the entire American judicial system for years. That's the plan. That's the plan. And that's exactly, in my opinion, what the Democrats want. Incredibly hot take. In my opinion, the Democrats want to tie this up for years. They want to keep as many of these 12 million or whatever illegal immigrants in the country for as long as they can. And they want there to not be voter ID laws so that these people could essentially, inevitably, infinitely keep voting in the same people in power. rigging the system constantly. And it's insane to see this actually happen. It's all propaganda. It's all propaganda. So whenever I see clips like this of Big Mike talking about how deportations are keeping me up at night, meanwhile, it's not even remotely close, the amount of people deported. Barack Obama, 75% of illegals deported received no due process. Bill Clinton, 90% of illegals were deported, received no due process. But don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. Trump's a fascist or something, probably. Probably a fascist or something. Hell yeah, dude. We take those. Hell yeah, dude. So it's mind-boggling to see this shit. It is so wild every single time. I love the new Michelle Obama podcast. The new Michelle Obama podcast is crazy. This is insane. Oh my god, this is the craziest comment. Benny, this is disgusting. As a black man in America, I can't allow you to disrespect the predator. Don't ever compare him to Michelle Obama. You owe the predator an apology. He's way more handsome than Michelle. Oh my god, that blindsided me, bro. Oh my god, dude. Oh lord, that sent me. I did not see that coming. I got debated there in the second half, for real. Of course, you have the modern American left, preaching Obama 2028 because the Constitution no longer matters. I personally think it would be very funny if we saw Obama versus Trump in the gigantic Big Rumble 2028. Third term versus third term. That would be crazy. Anyway, in case you didn't think Mrs. Obungus over here wasn't insufferable enough, don't worry, she is.
We don't articulate as Black women our pain because it's almost like nobody ever gave us permission to do that.
And does anyone care?
Yeah, there's
that. Do they care?
If we knew, I think we would care.
Oh.
If we knew.
Mm-hmm.
If we knew.
Or, yeah. And we have to ask ourselves, the men in our lives is,
But what if Michelle Obama was the man in our life all along?
Why wait to be asked?
Wow.
It seems like what we go through is pretty obvious. I mean, maybe we're not complaining, but we're actually living life out loud, It's
crazy watching this, like, the most out-of-touch podcast of all time. Michelle Obama lives a lifestyle that would make European monarchs blush. It is crazy. Of course she's unhappy. I'm unhappy because of nebulous race conspiracies, because of the secret racism that is around every corner. I walk around and it's like, BAM! A racism just hit me. I was just hit by a crazy racism right there. I cannot believe the racism that is impacting my profoundly unhappy lifestyle. I say, from my mansion, like, the amount of people trolling Michelle literally now is insane. I am shocked. I didn't even realize the big Mike Obungus hate campaign was going so strong right now.
My decision to skip the inauguration, what people don't realize, or my decision to make choices at the beginning of this year that suited me were met with such ridicule and criticism. Like, people couldn't believe that I was saying no for any other reason, that they had to assume that my marriage was falling apart.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's like, while I'm here really trying to own my life and intentionally practice making the choice that was right for me, and it took everything in my power to not do the thing that was right, or that was that
She's so brave.
That was perceived as right.
The craziest thing I've ever seen.
Right for me.
Mm-hmm.
That was a hard thing for me to do. I had to basically trick myself out of it, and it started with not having anything to wear. I mean, I had affirmatively, because I'm always prepared for any funeral, anything.
Oh, hell yeah. She is ready for any funeral. Let's go, Mike.
Walk around with the right dress.
This is the greatest word salad I've ever seen.
Travel with clothes just in case something pops off. So I was like, if I'm not going to do this thing, I got to tell my team.
This is the greatest commentary I've ever seen. This is the greatest commentary I've ever seen in my entire life. This is her speaking her truth, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the irony is about this whole, her coming out and claiming, making this statement.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man.
So the reason why this is very funny is because Joan Rivers, a comedian, I'm pretty sure that's Joan Rivers' is a comedian. In 2014, she said something pretty wild.
How are you?
you made a ton of news officiating the wedding in New York yesterday. Is this like a new cottage career move for you?
I'm so excited.
Okay.
And I should do very well because I don't charge.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
we
president?
already have it with Obama. So.
How did she come up with that on the spot? This is where it all started, bro. This is where it all started. Do you think we'll see the first gay president? Well, we already had one with Obama.
Just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
A transgender. We all know.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. She just let it out there. This was in 2014.
It's okay.
She just says it so casually. Holy shit, that's insane. Now, the crazy thing is, and I'm not a big fan of conspiracy theories with no evidence behind them. So, Joan Rivers says that Obama's gay and that the first lady is transgender. July 3, 2014. And September 2014, she suddenly died. She suddenly died of a cardiac arrest. In fact, just in January of this year, Joan Rivers' daughter believes that the Obamas killed her mother because she exposed Michelle Obama. This is the craziest conspiracy theory rabbit hole of all time. I have never been this invested in anything. In anything. But I am so invested right now. Listen, I mean, she was 81 years old. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not immediately subscribing to this or anything. But I am saying,
and that's, you know, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man.
I am saying some suspicious shit is going on. Now, this is Michelle Obama's podcast.
I wear this baseball hat and suit.
Now, I wouldn't normally thrust this podcast upon you. I don't want you to actually know that it's even real. As much as I love rich people doing podcasts to talk about how unfortunate their life is because of evil racism that is attacking them. The irony is when you look at, you could tell so obviously which one of her podcasts are boosted by like bots and shit. I'm not gonna lie, man. You could tell because like this podcast has 6,000 views. This one has 11,000 views. This one has 500,000 views. This one has 6,000 views, 7,000 views, 6,000 views, 550,000 views. 16,000 views, 5,000 views, 300,000 views. Like, this is not normal. I don't want to be controversial here or anything. This is weird, man. This is weird. Joan Rivers was Jewish, yeah. But the funny thing is, like a month ago, she realized, wait a second, the left needs podcasts. Joe Rogan won the last presidency for Trump. The left needs podcasts. I, Mr. Michelle Big Mike Obungus, am going to do literally all of this. And drops in and decides, hell yeah. Girl from the South Side and former First Lady. Wife. Dude, she literally called herself female 3 times in the first sentence. If that is not a red flag, Listen, I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but she literally described herself as a woman 3 times in one sentence. Oh my God, this is crazy. That's insane. She protesteth too much, God damn it. She protesteth too much. Oh Lord, that is insanity. Holy shit. Oh God. Oof. Oof. Big Mike Obungus out here taking W's after W's. So yeah, anyway, I didn't really plan on making this a video, but this clip just came out and I felt like it was important to look at why she was trending for like all these different things at the same time. It's absolutely, this video is fucking killing me. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed. This was a relatively short one, but it was funny as fuck, so I had to do it. I'll see you in the next one, gamers, and remember to stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.